Everybody, my name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. That's right. Busting out mad truth from deep below Wayne Manor in the outskirts of Gotham. My name is Graham Elwood. We've been demonetized by YouTube, so please support what we're doing. They don't want us telling the truth, so they're trying to censor us through financially, pull away our money. So you can support us at rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, blockchain cryptocurrency platform. Of course, we have a Patreon. You get a lot of great bonus content at patreon.com/Graham Elwood. They're all in the scroll below. And go to the website because we have a new store. New merch is available with this logo and this logo. It's a lot of fun. There's t-shirts, regular shirts, women's shirts. We've got a cooking apron. Got coffee mugs. That's going to be fun. So how is the media able to just change the narrative so easily? Very obvious. I'm going to show you in a second because everyone was all outraged on the left when Trump was putting kids in cages. It was awful. You saw the photos. This is great. But everybody forgot that Obama did it. And now that Biden's doing it, oh, there's a different tune. So I'm going to show you this video that somebody made showing how they're before Biden got in office and now that Biden's in office. Same people. Just watch.
Seen so far caged kids in overcrowded cells.
The United States is running concentration camps on our southern border.
Children are torn from their families and thrown into cages.
When we have children being housed in cages, crying for their mommies and daddies, we know we are better than this.
President Biden being accused and criticized for total hypocrisy. He has reopened the exact same child migrant detention center in Texas that he once himself bashed the Trump administration for operating.
This is not kids being kept in cages. This is kids. This is a facility that was opened.
7,300 unaccompanied migrant children were transferred into a network of shelters.
But back then, it was called a tent city where kids were kept in cages.
It will be nothing like what we saw in the Trump administration.
The number of children in custody higher than it was than its 2019 peak during the Trump administration.
I don't necessarily think that it's appropriate for journalists to be inside centers that are not permanent places for children.
And so you got to wonder, why won't they let us see? Because it's messy.
Just to be clear on there, what they're talking about, American journalists have not, the Biden administration has not allowed journalists inside these cages. The Trump administration did. The Biden administration won't. And then that woman who was just talking is like, I don't think it's appropriate to have the media in there. Why not? Why not?
Now there's a crisis at the border?
I think that the answer is no.
Travel to the southern border, sir? I'm not at the moment.
No, this is from a Republican, obviously, but they're doing the same thing they did under Trump. Only they're calling it facility. And that doesn't make you feel better? Hey, it's not Nicolas Cage. It's Nicolas Facility. Don't you feel better? Right? They're such liars. They're such hypocrites. This is why, but Graham, Biden's better than Trump. Okay, great. But this is what happens when you vote for the lesser of two evils. This is what happens when you idly stand by and let the Democratic Party cheat in its own primary twice, two primaries in a row. The media just pushes this and everyone goes along. Is everyone just too busy at brunch to notice this? Because I know what happened during 8 years of Obama. They were too busy at brunch to notice that. Biden regrets caging children and deporting 3 million immigrants during the Obama era when everyone was up in arms over what Trump was doing. Oh, and rightfully so, it was awful. But of course, everyone on the left forgot that they deported 3 million people, Obama and Biden. They built the cages at the border that the kids were separated at under Trump. They put kids in cages. What's the difference? Trump's tweets were too offensive? Okay. Yeah, but I mean, Obama and Biden weren't letting Nazis come into the Capitol building. No, they were just separating kids. I mean, like this lesser of two evils, this is what you get. You're literally making a case telling me that Ted Bundy should be president because he just look, he just beat these women to death and you know, ditched their bodies. He didn't eat them like Jeffrey Dahmer. And you're saying that to me with a straight face. Only, unfortunately, Obama and Biden have killed more people than Dahmer or every serial killer combined. Obama covert drone war in numbers, 10 times more strikes than Bush. 90% of Obama's drone strikes, and Joe Biden was his vice president. Hillary Clinton was his secretary of state, and then as was John Kerry. 90% of the casualties were unintended victims. That's a polite way of saying we killed 90% of the people we killed didn't deserve it. They weren't even terrorists. We killed 90% of the people we killed were innocent civilians. But we just let that go. Obama's just, you know, bailed out the banks. I could go on and on. So how is the media able to do this? And then suckers on the liberals fall for this. And look, when Trump said, I'm going to drain the swamp, and everyone said, oh yeah, he's going to make America great again. When he gave a $1.5 trillion tax break to his billionaire buddies, Kool-Aid drinking MAGA hatters, they drink the red Kool-Aid. Oh, Trump, no, he's still good. He's going to do this. That's the problem with the two-party system. All these tens, hundreds of millions of Americans drink this Kool-Aid thinking their party is better than the other one. How are you able to do that? The media. It's very easy. Who knew about this? Malcolm X.
So instead of legislation, in my opinion, it takes education. The whites have to be re-educated so that the racism that they have in their heart can be eliminated, and our people have to be re-educated so that we will know how to do something for ourselves instead of waiting for others to do it for us all the time. Well, how would that re-education be brought about? Well, just as in World War II, this country could use its news media to propagandize and make the whole American public love the Germans and the Japanese, rather love the Russians and the Chinese and hate the Germans and the Japanese. And then after the war, they changed it and made the American public love the Germans and love the Japanese, hate the Russians and hate the Chinese, which shows that they can make the American public love whom they will and hate whom they will. And that same process can be used to re-educate the American public and show white people how to love black people and show black people how to do something to stand on our own feet and solve our own problems.
Yeah. During World War II, the media, and not just the news media, but Hollywood, Germany and Japan was evil and wrong. We were fighting them, and China and Russia were our allies in this great battle against Hitler and the fascism that swept through Asia and Europe. As soon as the war ends, Germany and Japan's our allies because they're going to they're going to be capitalist, and the two communist countries are automatically our enemies. If you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. Every time I hear some liberal defend Joe Biden's bombing or putting people in cages, I think of this. Thanks for watching the show, everybody. Like, share, subscribe. It's all about money. It's all about protecting capitalism. You don't think the for-profit prisons that also fund these detention facilities, these Nicholas facilities, didn't give to the Democrats, didn't give to Joe Biden? These corporations kind of see the writing on the wall. It looks like this person might win, so we'll put a little more money on them. They thought Trump, they probably gave to both, but it was like the minute it looked like, oh, Biden might win, we're going to give it to Biden. Or we really prefer Biden in there, because if Biden's in there, there won't be all these people screaming about it. They looked at it. Think about it. Most conservatives are okay with the cages at the border. They're okay with the border wall. So how do we get liberals to be okay with it? Well, we put a liberal, we put a Democrat in the White House, then they'll go along with it. And that's what's happening. the deep state was like, I don't know if Trump's that good for business because there's too many people protesting. We don't want people protesting in the streets. We don't want people paying attention. We don't want people showing up at town halls like all that happened under Trump. We want people back at brunch. We don't want them protesting. We don't want their social media blowing up with social justice. We want them tweeting and TikToking and dancing and fun and joke and fighting about something ridiculous, getting mad at that a celebrity said this to that on another thing. That's what they want. Can you believe what so-and-so said on that interview? That's what they want you fighting about. So, and Kamala Harris, first woman VP, first person of color as a VP. Boom. Yay, we did it. Change, diversity. Trump's gone. Big bad Trump's gone. Go back to sleep. Joe Biden can put kids in cages. We'll call it facilities. We won't let the media in there. And the left will go back to sleep. There you go. Joe Biden can bomb Syria before he gives us stimulus checks. We'll tell the media people to say that this is the greatest thing for poor people ever, this stimulus plan. No, it's not. But they'll buy it. They'll buy it. They'll drink it up. Malcolm X knew it. Why can't you? You voted for Biden and you think he's really, why? What? I don't mean you, the majority of my viewers. The majority of my viewers, the reason you're here is you've woken up. Show this video to your friends that think Joe Biden is great. And when they defend it, just go, okay. Don't even argue with them. Just go, all right. And just ask them questions. How are you any different than the MAGA hat wearing person that said Trump never lies? Those people are nuts, right? Trump lied every day. He lied 2 times before he brushed his teeth every morning. Like everything was a lie. How are they any different than that? Defending the Democrats' horrible policies time after time after time after time. We need a third party, guys. It's not going to, you can't reform the Democratic Party from within. And that's why you're here, because the corporate media spews bullshit. I don't. Thanks for watching. Support what we do. Follow the money, connect the dots. That's where you get the truth. And that's how you're going to make Gotham great again. Shave your knuckles for justice. Cocoon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button. Go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood and rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, where you can support the show. Also, I have a Bitcoin wallet, a Bitcoin Cash wallet, and an Ethereum wallet in the show notes. We're taking cryptocurrency. I have a Coinbase affiliation link. We're going to be getting on some other exchanges. So that's how you support the show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. YouTube is unsubscribing us at an alarming rate. I have a PayPal button at GrahamElwood.com. I even have a Venmo at Graham-Elwood. There's a lot of ways to support our show. We are getting crushed by YouTube. We've dipped under 73,000 subscribers because of YouTube. Thanks for supporting what we do.